Let me show you the vision of the Ratel school system. Let me read it out. I want you to read it with me. Let me read it out to you. It says that the Ratel education system will raise citizens who will change history. Oh, you will see leaders, great leaders, who will emerge from the Ratel movement, and they are going to accomplish what any other leader in the whole throughout the history of Nigeria has never been able to accomplish. Okay, now number one says, all our Ratel students will have a handwork and own an established business even before their final year. Let me tell you that again. It says all our Ratel students will have a handwork and own an established business even before their final year. This means that before any student, if you follow through the Ratel system of education, the way it is planned here, it is planned in such a way that any student who goes through the Ratel system of education as it is planned, you are going to, before you will graduate, you already have a handwork to practice. You already have a business established of your own. Tell me one educational system in the whole world, including Africa, that structured their system like this one here. That a student, while schooling, you already have a handwork, you're already making money, like you're already making income as a student. Tell me, this is where it's going to begin. That's what this number one is talking about. Now let's look at number two. It says, Ratel students shall learn only 7 subjects which are necessary in developing their spiritual, mental, emotional, physical, social, potential, and material powers. This now means that all the subjects that the students are going to learn has been reduced to just 7. Instead of learning like 45, having 35 subjects in the school system, they are now going to learn only 7. Don't be in a hurry to say, how come? Follow, just follow. As we progress in this curriculum review, you will get to understand why. And you're going to clap. I bet you're going to clap. In fact, this number three, amazing, interests me a lot. This number 3. Number 3 says that Ratel students shall be independent, highly creative thinkers, and word problem solvers. Shall be independent, highly creative thinkers, and word problem solvers. Now let's look at independence. Independence, it means that if you're a graduate from the Ratel, if you were trained by this structure set up by the Ratels as a student, and you graduate, you are going to be independent, meaning that it will not be your thing to work for somebody. Rather, you will create a business, you will create an industry, you will create something work that can even bring other people who will also duplicate the same process. You're going to be doing things for yourself without relying on 9 to 5. Without relying on auntie give me, brother give me. Rather, just like very dark man, he is the one using his money to give people. He is the one using his money to train people. He is the one using his money to fight for the justice of people. Not begging people to give him. That's the same spirit that will flow in all the students that will graduate through this system of education. Independence. And at the same time, using your team to help others to also duplicate the same process. Now, second one says, highly creative thinkers. Highly creative thinkers. They put a problem before you. Look at what happened. This is just a scratch issue now. Why the masses, everybody just shouting, hey. Some group we are doing protest. Some groups are busy doing protests. But guess what the president did? He went directly to the heart of the whole solution. So that's what they call creative. How can you creatively solve problem? Now that's a creative thinker. Well, that's why you're making noise. You saw where he is. You saw what was going on there. You saw what is going on there in this video. That's a creative thinker. And the third part of this number 3 says word problem solvers. Word problem solvers. You're not going to be a problem to the world. You are going to be a problem solver, solution provider. The Ratels are not problem creators. They are solution creators. So all the students who will graduate through this system of education are going to be not just Nigerian problem solver, not African problem solver, but world problem solvers, beginning in your own country. Oh, number 4. Look at number 4. Number 4 says that in our Ratel system of education, only few years will be spent in schooling, from nursery level to university level shall only take a maximum of 10 years. Only few years will be needed. You know, in the traditional school system, you do nursery 1 to 2, KG 1 to 2, that is 4 years, right? Then you do primary 1 to 6, that is 6 years plus 4 years, that is 10 years, right? Then you do just 1 to SS3, that is another 6 years, that is 16 years, right? Then you do university, let's say 4 5 years, let's just peg it at 5 years. With everything, let's just peg it at 5 years approximately. It can be more, it can be less, but let's just make it 5 years. So 5 years. Let me take it again. Nursery 1, nursery 2, KG 1, KG 2, that is 4 years. Abi? Then primary 1 to 6, that is 6 years. 6 plus 4, that is 10 years. Right? Now you do just 1 to 3, that is 3 years, 13 years. SS 1 to 3, that is another 3 years. 13 years plus 3 years, that's what? 16 years. Right? Then plus 5 years, tertiary institution or university, college of education, polytechnics. Let's just make it 5. With all your IT, youth core, whatever, everything, let's just make it 5 years. That is like 21 years. Might even reduce them to 20 years. So to become a graduate in the traditional school system, you have to be schooled for 20 years, at least 20 years. No assurance for you yet too. But in the Ratel school system, at most 10 years from that nursery to university, at most 10 years. Don't be in a hurry to say, it's too short. How are you going to how are you going to accomplish all these things? Is it not too short? How will you be able to achieve it? Watch now, just follow. Ratels are not joking. They are not joking. They are smart people. Time is very important, and we don't have time anymore in this life. Human beings' time are short. You see somebody here, deaths here and there, they kill people everywhere. Time is too short. The time is too short, and there are a whole lot for us to accomplish in life. You will chase your dream, you will chase your career, you will develop your talent, you will fulfill your purpose, you will help other people to become better, you will do this, you will do this, you will solve problems. All these things require time. So you cannot be wasting them in doing academies for 20 years. Do you understand? So now the Ratel school system has reduced the number of years students will spend in schooling. Drastically, it has been reduced. Now, number five says that the money that parents will invest in their children's education will not be a waste. Will not be a waste. I like this. That means all this while parents have been wasting their money in schooling their children. Wasting, note that word, wasting their money in schooling children. So you have, check out. Now imagine this, consider this. From nursery to KG to primary to secondary to university. Do you know how much the parents are spending? Do you know how much the parents are paying to school these children? At the end of the day, these children graduate with no hope, graduate with nothing, no skills, no handwork, no job, no business. They're not even sure of what their tomorrow is. Some don't even know what their talent is. Some are not even sure of what their potentials, what their purpose in this life is. Now they are in search of job, in search of 9 to 5 jobs, salary of 50K. And then the parents are like, what? I remember how I sold my land to pay the school fees. The parents will be thinking, I remember how my business closed down, how I took loan, just to sponsor these children. What? I did all this investment. This is all I get? No. But in this Ratel school system, it's not so. It's not so. He went ahead to say that the Ratel school system shall raise the most useful citizens in Africa and in the world. The Ratel school system shall raise the most useful citizens in Africa and in the world. That means there are some school systems that are raising useless citizens. That means there are some useless school systems that are raising useless citizens. But this school system shall raise useful citizens. Oh my God. This is powerful. Number 6 says, the Ratel school pupils and students will develop their talents and use them to the fullest. Talent education has now been introduced. It's not there in this our traditional school curriculum. But in this Ratel school curriculum, one of the vision of the Ratel school system is that talent education of the student, of these young people, is very important. No child will ever pass through the Ratel school system without having his or her talent developed. Now, look at number 7. Number 7. Financial education is a practical subject in the Ratel school curriculum. All our students shall learn about money making and adequate management of resources. Financial education is a practical subject. Practical. He said all the students will learn about money making. You will learn how to make money. You will learn how to utilize the money well and how to manage other resources. How to manage your money, how to manage your food, how to manage your clothes, how to manage your house, how to manage your business, how to manage the people around you, even how to manage your nation and your natural resources. These things will be taught through this system. Please, let's clap for the writers. Clap for the writers. Now, it says that number 8 of the vision of the Ratel school system says that the Ratel shall guide every student to fulfill their individual purpose on earth. This is the most important. Tell me any school system in Africa, tell me any school in Nigeria that has a structure that is guiding each of the students, not as each of the, if there are like 200 students, you guide the entire 200 students one by one to fulfill their purpose on earth. Before you fulfill a purpose, maybe you go first of all find and discover the purpose, meaning that the system will help you find and discover your purpose, help you to mold it, channel it, direct it, and guide you through fulfilling it. And this is the goal of true education, purpose fulfillment. These are the summary of the vision of the Ratel school system. In fact, you are about to hear the most interesting part.